Tommy Milone delivered a solid performance for the Nationals on Thursday. Steve Mitchell, USA Today Sports, by Jorge Castillo, July 27. Email the author. Miami. Tommy Milone already had 126 career starts and 146 appearances overall on his major league resume before he took the mound at Marlins Park on Thursday night, but the jitters surfaced anyway. The left-hander was pitching in the big leagues for the first time in nearly a year for a club in desperate need of victories. It was difficult to suppress them. The nervousness was obvious in the first inning as the Miami Marlins greeted him with 3 straight hits to begin his return. By the end of the frame, Miami had a 3-0 lead on the Washington Nationals, and Milone's re-emergence appeared on a path to disappointment. But he gained his composure and figured it out. He didn't allow another run over the next 4 innings, affording the Nationals the chance for a comeback, which they pulled off in a 10-3 win. Nationals bats break out to overcome an early deficit en route of Marlins. It was just the first inning, coming out for the first time. It was kind of just a little bit of anxiousness, I guess, nervous, whatever you want to call it, Milone said. I settled down after that and felt pretty good. Drafted by the Nationals in 2008, Milone made his major league debut with them in 2011 and started 5 games before he was traded to the Oakland Athletics as part of the package for Gio Gonzalez the following winter. Nearly 7 years later, the 31-year-old allowed 3 runs on 8 hits as Steven Strasburg's rotation replacement. Relying on a sneaky fastball, he amassed 6 strikeouts and didn't walk a batter. The performance fell in line with how Milone was performing for Class AAA Syracuse recently. Waiting for his chance to break through, Milone pitched to a 2.55 ERA over his last 10 starts after having a 6.16 ERA through his first 10. That slow start, and Milone not being on the 40-man roster, encouraged the Nationals to look elsewhere for rotation help in the minor leagues. Eric Fed, Jeffrey Rodriguez and Austin Voth got shots before Milone. Fed is on the disabled list. Rodriguez struggled. Voth pitched Wednesday before the Nationals knew they needed a replacement for Strasburg, who was placed on the disabled list with a pinched nerve in his neck. Milone was next in line, so he got on a flight that was delayed and arrived in Miami after 1 and Thursday. Nationals place Anthony Rendon on paternity list. Call up infielder Matt Reynolds. It was tough because I know there's different situations, Milone said. I know Voth was throwing the ball really well in AAA, so I understand the move. But I just felt like I needed to iron out some things in AAA, so it actually I think benefited me to stick around a little longer. A veteran with significant major league experience gleaning positives from additional time in the minors is not the norm. Milone, however, said the additional time gave him the opportunity for consistent reps every 5 days or so. He explained that he didn't benefit from that in recent years when he was bouncing between the rotation and bullpen and dealing with injuries. The result was spotty command, a problem for a pitcher whose fastball doesn't rise above 90 miles per hour very often. Being consistent every 5 days, Milone said, going out there and trying to put together good outings really has helped. Whether Milone will be back on the mound in 6 days in Strasburg's spot remains unclear. Manager Dave Martinez didn't commit to keeping Milone in the rotation beyond Thursday, but he could end up being their best option again. And jitters shouldn't be a problem. Read more on the Nationals. Sfruga. The Nationals must think about the unthinkable, trading Bryce Harper. Nationals place Steven Strasburg on disabled list, again, with pinched nerve. Veterans represent Nationals' best hope for a turnaround. Nationals-Marlins series preview. Schedule is in Washington's favor.